Modern society has two settings: overstimulated or spiritually sedated. Most people can't hear intuition anymore because their brain sounds like a shopping mall food court mixed with unresolved trauma and TikTok audio loops. And then they wonder why their instincts are broken. A man used to survive because he could sense danger before danger introduced itself. Now, people can't even sense manipulation unless it comes with subtitles in a Netflix documentary. This episode is about heightened perception, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, explained without the crystals and interpretive dancing. And before someone lights incense, purchases 12 moons of water, and starts speaking in exclusively riddles alone, relax. This is not about becoming a hallucinating wizard in a parking garage. This is about awareness.
You guys are listening to the Masculinity Show, a podcast for introverts to become more masculine and get the body of an alpha male. And of course, get more mentally healthy and get that seducer's mindset, if you get me. And lastly, I help guys become more desirable and get the mindset of a seducer. Let's get into the podcast.
Okay, we're gonna get into clairvoyance, you guys. This is part 1, seeing what most people miss. First and foremost, you guys, please leave me that 5-star review with words behind it. Also, brothers, check this out. I'm still offering my hardcover book, 77 Ways to Develop a Masculine Mindset. In the show notes, hardcover, grab your copy. It is on the iPad too if you have an iPad. So anyways, just get Kindle version. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. Clairvoyance is part 1. Clairvoyance is inner sight. You're seeing what most people miss. And no, that doesn't mean every spiritually confused person with a ring light and cash app suddenly become an oracle. Sometimes it's symbolic, a mental flash, a vivid image, a strange scene repeating itself internally, a person appearing in your awareness before they contact you. Here's the uncomfortable part. Some thoughts do not feel self-generated. That's what unsettles people, because modern culture worships conscious logic while completely ignoring subconscious intelligence. This is why I say in my hardcover book, listen to your conscious and follow your intuition. Meanwhile, your nervous system has already profiled the room before your conscious mind finishes pretending everybody's trustworthy, right? Your body notices micro-expressions, behavioral inconsistencies, emotional leakage, predatory intent. Don't take that too far, you guys. What I mean by predatory is I mean focus, okay? Sometimes the image arrives before the explanation. Guys, your subconscious mind's going to talk to you if you get visions like that, so don't ignore them, okay? Write it down if you have to. Keep a notes app, like you all have one in your phone anyways. Does not make you insane, you guys. No, it doesn't. It makes you observant to your own subconscious. The weak man becomes emotionally consumed by every impression. The grounded man watches patterns quietly. That's the difference. One man sees a symbolic dream and destroys his life over it. Another logs repetition calmly and continues training legs at 5 in the morning. Be the second guy, always. Remember, you guys, I'm also still offering my fitness course. So, check the show notes and let's keep moving forward. Clairaudience, part 2. The voice underneath the noise. Clairaudience is internal hearing. And before Reddit diagnoses everybody with schizophrenia because they heard intuition one time, understand that context matters. Sometimes it's a phrase that lands sharply in the mind, a warning, a sentence, a pull, a strange knowing wrapped in language. And strangely enough, it's often calm, not theatrical, not dramatic. Real intuition rarely sounds like a demonic monologue from a low-budget horror movie. I'm being sarcastic, you guys, but anyways, it's quieter than that, cleaner, more precise, but Emotionally chaotic people contaminate perception constantly. Fear creates false signals. Obsession creates false signals. Neediness creates false signals. That's why spiritually desperate people become exhausting. Everything is a sign. Bro, if the cashier blinked twice, it does not mean the universe declared you twin flames. Sometimes Amanda from Starbucks is just tired. A masculine frame filters perception through grounded awareness, not emotional addiction. You don't abandon logic because intuition exists. You sharpen both simultaneously. That balance is rare now. Most people either suppress intuition completely or become spiritually unemployed full-time. There is no middle ground anymore. Clairaudience is the hearing channel, you guys. That's basically it. Now let's keep moving forward. Part 3, Clairsentience. This is the ability most men secretly experience but never discuss. Clairsentience. Feeling tension instantly. Walking into a room and sensing conflict before anyone speaks. Knowing someone secretly resents you while they smile. Feeling emotional heaviness around certain people like they brought spiritual asbestos into the building. And the body reacts fast. Chest pressure, gut instinct, fatigue, sudden alertness. Their nervous system reads everything. Tone shifts, eye contact, breathing rhythm, suppressed hostility. You ever meet someone who smiled correctly, but your body immediately went, absolutely not. That's data. Take note. Okay? Duly noted kind of thing. Now granted, some people are just paranoid because their entire diet consists of caffeine, sleep deprivation, pornography, and emotional confusion. So trust your own discernment, you guys. Real clairsentience feels different though. Calmer, sharper, cleaner. Like your system noticed something before a language formed around it. The dangerous man does not panic when he senses something. He observes. Stillness is power. People reveal themselves when you stop interrupting the signal with emotional noise.
Spiritual ego is still ego. Part 4. We need to address the final boss of modern spirituality. The person who discovered intuition 3 weeks ago and now talks like an ancient crypt keeper who hasn't paid taxes since 2014. Listen carefully. If your awakening made you emotionally unstable, chronically dramatic, incapable of functioning, and obsessed with posting vague captions, that is not enlightenment. That is psychological cosplay. Real awareness increases discipline. It does not remove it. The strongest men I've ever met were deeply intuitive and completely composed. No performance, no need to prove it, no mystical theater production every Tuesday night, because true perception creates restraint, not attention-seeking bullshit. The loudest spiritual people are usually the least grounded. Meanwhile, the most perceptive man in the room often says almost nothing, and he notices everything too.
The masculine edge. Masculinity is not emotional numbness, it is containment. A man who cannot control his emotional reactions cannot accurately interpret perception, because fear corrupts awareness, desperation corrupts awareness, fantasy corrupts awareness. Stillness, however, sharpens it. This is why silence terrifies people. The moment external noise disappears, they finally hear themselves. And for many people, that's the horror movie. Most people are not afraid of darkness. They are afraid of uninterrupted self-awareness. That's why distraction became an economy. screaming, scrolling, all that noise, because silence exposes unresolved things fast, but the man willing to sit in stillness develops something rare, discernment. And discernment is dangerous. You stop falling for manipulation. You stop chasing validation. You stop needing constant reassurance. You start noticing energy before words, intent before action, weakness before betrayal. So maybe clairvoyance is deeper perception. Maybe clairaudience is subconscious intelligence speaking clearly. Maybe clairsentience is the nervous system recognizing truth before language catches up. Or maybe humanity buried its instincts underneath overstimulation, convenience, and emotional chaos. Either way, a man should not fear perception. He should refine it. Quiet mind, controlled nervous system, sharp observation, because the most dangerous man in the room is rarely the loudest. It's usually the one sitting calmly in silence, watching everybody accidentally confess themselves without realizing it. This is the end of my podcast for today, brothers. Do me a favor and grab your copy of How to Embody the Rakes Mindset in the show notes.